Hello there everybody, Silba and I, Twig and Nightmare, and I'm mostly dead. Well, we're still going to go through with the recording anyway, despite how weary I might be, not trying to earn some sympathy. But in the last episode, we finally got to start the Lilith route, and we saw the cutest fucking iteration of Cerberus I think I have ever seen in my entire life. Alright, time to make a decision. I'd cry for you. Surprise! She opened her eyes wide.
涙腺がないとでも思っていたのか。当然ながら、僕にも感情はある。君が死んだ際は、それを意図的に刺激して号泣しよう。
Squeezing her lifeless hand, I shall shed tears and curse the iniquity of fate.
そういうのは恥ずかしいからやめなさい。
Sorry, Lilith. This is your route. There's going to be sappy moments.
それは命令？
命令も命令。第一級最優先事項にしてやるわ。
了解した。子供のようにメソメソ泣こう。
だから泣くなって言ってんの。泣くなよ。絶対に泣くなよ。
The one thing I found out today was that it could be pretty fun to tease her.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Good English.
オッケー。やっと声が出た。いやー、死んでたからな。いい加減つらい。飽きた。
How you doing, Samael?
でさあ、そこの君だよ君。ああ、天童刹那じゃなくて君だ。
Wait, are you talking to me?
見えてる？
Yeah?
見えてるならそれでいいんだよ。まずは彼の生き様を。いや、ひょっとするとある意味で死に様だったかもしれないけど、見てくれてさ。
Well, this is a very screwy fourth wall break.
ありがとう。まずはこれだ。礼を言うというのは大事なことだと思う。蛇の私でもそう思っている。ラジエル、そしてくぐつ空に暴露された真実を受け止め前に歩く。いやいや、なんとも彼の生き様はまっとうで醜悪に美しい。
Oh, so this makes sense why the Lilith route was locked. Otherwise, if you started off with the Lilith route, this would basically go way over your head.
さて、残りは一人。リリスの物語だ。この物語は他と少しばかり毛色が違う。
How different?
いつでも刹那のそばにいる心強い味方だった彼女はラジエルや空見と違って実は何にも秘密はない。
So here's the thing though, Raziel was a trusty comrade, and to be honest, she was my favorite.
彼女はまっとうに悪魔で、まっとうに天使から落ちて、まっとうに人間と共に過ごした実に健全な悪魔なんだよ。そう、ヒロインであるリリスにもう秘密は何にもない。それでも君は見たいのかい？彼女の物語を。
Well, yeah? What the fuck? Another choice? Okay, that was quick. Well, yes.
そうか。なら、私から言うことは何もない。見ればいいさ。思う存分。直視すればいい。物語はいつだって君の手元にある。
Okay.
それでは、第4の壁を破るのもここまで。どうか、君の選択が正しいものでありますように。
I hope. We found Sormi completely exhausted, hugging her desk as a makeshift pillow. Apparently the conversation with Hinoe Wataru didn't go well.
全 世紀のテニス選手並みのテンションで語られるときついわ。
To be fair, I would not know what that sounds like.
変な例えだ。
じゃあハリウッド映画に出てくるステレオタイプな黒人。
What?
なんとなくわかる。
結婚してくださいとか言われたし。
Oh! What?
なんだと。
She suddenly jumped to her feet.
気になるの？
いや、
気になるでしょ？
Well, yes.
いや、別に。
気になるって言え。
I'm curious!
わかった。気になる。
気になったか。
いや、
Didn't really expect that expression.
ああ、ごめんなさい。嘘です。冗談です。いや、結婚してくれと言われたのはマジだけど、とりあえずベンダ叩き込んできた。
I certainly hope so. To freaking get married within the first day? What is this, a freaking Disney movie?
叩き込んでいい技じゃないだろ。それ。
いや、だって付き合うとか交際とか、そもそも友達以前の段階で知り合った直後に結婚してくれはないよ。
Well, that was quick.
まあ、刹那だったらいいけどさ。
僕が結婚してくれと言ったら、結婚してくれるのか。
Sormy gave me a nod with a smile.
あ、はい。一緒に幸せになろうね。
What?
空に。頼むから、床に正座して、三つ指つくのはやめてくれないか。
はーい。
This is awkward. She promptly stood up and chose to sit on the chair this time. I suppose she was fooling around again. Right?
それはともかくとして、刹那なんか変わったよね。
変わった？
うん。いや、見た目は別に変わってないけど、一人称が変化している。以前までは私、なぜか今日から僕になっている。
Hey, Raziel. I didn't know Raziel had been sipping tea in our kitchen.
ああ、それだそれ。どうしたの？
リクエストに応えて、一人称を元に戻しただけ。
リクエストって誰が？リリスだろう。前から気になる気になると言っていたから。
So it was bothering her.
そういえばさ、刹那とリリスって付き合い長いの？
いや、まあ、空見と似たようなものだと思う。
Or did I? We didn't know each other for long. Indeed, but I hear she had been observing me for a while before making contact.
数時間から1日程度の違いでしかないよ。あ、そうなんだ。なんだ、安心した。
She let out a sigh of relief for some reason.
なぜ安心？
いやー、ほら、2人って結構息ぴったりじゃない？だからこう、幼馴染的に付き合ってきたのかと。リリスの幼馴染って間違いなく2000年くらい生きてないと。
2 millennia, huh?
そもそも彼女は幼い時代があったのか。
おお、興味深いな。幼女時代のリリス、すなわちロリリスか。
Lolly that's a...
おいこら君たち、私はいつでも少女だって言ってんだろ。あ、リリスおばさん。
Oh my god.
ぶつよ。容赦なく頭と胸とお尻をぶつよ。すいませんでした。
Lilith's eyes didn't reflect the smile on her lips whatsoever. Sormy yielded unconditionally.
まあ、確かにリリスは子供だけど。
Raziel smiled mischievously.
ほら、下が。
Huh? Raziel directed her gaze down straight to Lilith's.
いやー、ちょっとタイム。てか、どうして知って。
What? I don't get it. Lilith's face flushed so red I got worried her skin might catch fire, though I still had no idea what Raziel tried to imply. Yeah, okay. I can understand some jokes, but that I don't get. Oh my god, Raziel! Don't ask.
わかった。
Don't say it out loud. Stormy clapped her hands in a gesture of understanding. No, I literally just got it. Don't.
わかっちゃダメ。忘れなさい。今すぐに。
I did not need to know this.
刹那。実はね、リリスはハエ。
Raziel, don't!
殺す。
That got extremely vulgar. Raziel fled the room like a rabbit, Lilith vaulting after her in a fit of undulated rage. And Raziel was never heard from again. Judging from the sounds of explosions that reached us from the corridor, Lilith seemed to have been seriously upset this time. Stormy, if you value your life, don't say it out loud. Stormy too seemed to have flushed all red. I had no idea what was going on, so I decided to ask her to clarify the situation.
それで結局一体何がどういうことなんだ
Setsuna!
いやー、それは私の口からはちょっと。まあ、リリスは未成熟的に可愛いということで一つ。
My god. I still don't get it, but I felt it unwise to try and pry further. Yes, it would be extremely unwise, not to mention I don't want to lose the channel.
おい、お前んとこの仲間が校舎を破壊しまくってんだが、壊れたか？退治していいか？
Please don't. But, just please don't.
いや違うまだ壊れてない
Though someone might have indeed been mad, in a different sense of the word.
おい一体何があったリリスがあのリリスが泣きながらラジエルを追いかけていたぞ
Was that something to go that mad about?
リリスのアホタレがラジエルを追跡して図書館に乱入本棚をめちゃくちゃにしていったんだが賠償は誰に請求すればいいだろうか
I deeply apologize, Dentalian. In the end, they didn't come back until very late in the night.
とりあえずラジエルの記憶を消し飛ばした。物理的な意味で。ある日突然、親友と信じた少女が激怒して襲いかかってくるなんて。
Raziel was hauled in by the collar, sporting a lump the size of a fist on her head.
あとは空見だけど。
ピコピコ私は何も知りませんリリス様ピコピコ
Imitating a robot, Stormy promptly hid behind my back.
まあ、その様子だと大丈夫そうね。あと問題は。
僕か
What did I do?
そう、あなた。私の秘密を知ったわね。
いや知らないのだがというか君が何に怒っているのかさっぱりわからなかったのだが
マジで？
マジですピコピコ
Lilith let out a sigh of relief.
よくわからないが断片的に得た情報からコメントさせていただく体の悩みは誰もが持つものだから気にしない方がいいのではないだろうか
Though for the life of me, I had no idea what exactly could cause her to go that far.
ありがたいお言葉ではありますが、一発殴らせてください。
Why? Okay. That was very unfair. Ow. That was, okay. Let's copy-paste file A. Now we have two identical files, both named file A. So we should rename one to file B, since no two completely identical things that can share the same world. File A and file B. Currently they have the same size and, for all intents and purposes, the same. From now on, however, they shall be exposed to different people. Insert a command, and their size increases. The origin of both files might have been the same, but now they walked completely different paths. They had gone their own direction. Is this supposed to be referencing the fact that I took the Raziel route and the Sormi route? File A being Raziel and File B being Sormi? Could one still call them the same at this point? No, they were on different paths. They would never that would never cross again. Okay. I spent the next day practicing with my sword. I had graduated from bamboo swords and thus was now learning how to wield the real thing. In other words, I currently had the Picati sword in my hands. Only true masters could wield their weapons like an extension of their own body. I, on the other hand, had to keep my head full of information about all and everything, from fencing techniques to the intricacies of my surroundings. Though I highly doubted simple swordsmanship would work on any of my future opponents. Still had to get used to the basics before thinking of applying flashier tricks to my repertoire. I lost myself in analyzing various sword techniques from mankind's history and trying to merge them into one that would suit me best. The books I got from the library, courtesy of Raziel, proved to be surprisingly useful. Is that Astaroth? Surprised, I stopped practicing my swings and turned around. Hey! I was met by the eyes of the currently most influential demon in Pandora, the crowned prince of hell, Astaroth. His subordinate Lucifuge seemed to have come with him as well. Taking a few graceful steps forward, Astaroth stood tall right in front of me. I had trouble imagining what business someone of his influence could have had with a regular pilgrim like myself. Thanks for pointing that out. It seemed it was my heritage that piqued his curiosity, but just like Lilith? Though the line momentarily lit a spark of joy in my heart, it was soon extinguished by the wave of anxiety that followed. I frowned. My past wasn't the kind I would have liked others to pry into too deep. Astaroth shrugged. As far as I knew, most angels handpicked various able individuals from the multiverse to accompany them on their quest to topple Tokyo Babel. Men that possessed what could only be labeled as superpowers, men that had the sixth sense. Most of the men they brought had a history comprised solely of mind-staggering heroic deeds. Among them, Lilith also scoured the various worlds. Yet, she neither found nor tried saving anyone other than me. Well, I suppose she couldn't very well sweep everything under the rug when the most influential demon directly interrogated her for answers.
似た者同士ということを。
その通り。彼女は幻影。もちろん肉体もあり、苦痛もあり、感情も存在するが、それでも本体が生きている限りはいくらでも生み出される量産品だ。
I didn't like the sound of the word mass-produce, for I too was originally supposed to be mass-produced. As the god of the first generation, I had the duty to relinquish the throne to my younger copy when my time came to an end.
だから、彼女はこのパンドラの中で誰より自由だ。そしておそらく誰よりも安全だろう。何しろ、彼女を殺したところで本体がある限り幻影は再現がない。
I wanted to contradict him, but I stopped myself short. She was indeed a copy, but the idea about her being easily replaceable felt somewhat off. The next Lilith that would come here wouldn't be the same individual. Even if she recalled all the memories of our time together, she would still be someone else.
腹は立たないのかね。
腹を。
彼女が一人安全地帯に存在することにさ。
I slowly shook my head.
別に。雇用主が安全であるに越したことはないだろう。
君にとってリリスは雇用主か。
For now, probably.
そうだ。
ならば、新たに雇用される気はないかね。
Huh? Astaroth's suggestion came from so far out of the blue I had trouble keeping up with the conversation.
何？
俺に仕え天道刹那。一目で見抜いたよ。君は巡礼者などには収まらない器だ。
I mean, I legitimately want to know more about you, but I was at a loss for words. I had no idea what could have possibly made him overestimate me so much. For starters, I went with the most reasonable response.
お断りします。
What other option was there?
ま、ある意味予想通りではあるが、買収という絡め手を使えないのは困るな。
Sorry, bro.
何を企んでいるのかわからない以上、たとえ買収ができたとしても、僕は踏み込みませんが。
慎重なのはいいことだ。君は今、魔力を操る訓練を行っているのだったね。
Are you going to train me?
はい。
俺が手伝ってやろう。
Okay, you would probably be the best person to basically train with. I mean, it took Camiel and Belial to beat you. You would be a fantastic mentor.
本気で？
Astaroth gave me a smile and nodded. A smile so crooked I felt a shudder rush up my spine. But then again, I remember your raison d'ere, affectionate hatred. I remember that. I suddenly felt like taking a step back, but stopped myself. I didn't know why, but I felt like it would be shameful to show weakness in this situation.
天道刹那。君と俺とでは戦力に差がありすぎる。それは何が原因だと思う。
Because in this, I haven't discovered my raison d'ere. He pointed his fist at me.
いろいろと複数あると思いますが、強いて一つ挙げるならば、魔力の許容量ですか。
Astaroth smiled again and shook his head.
不正解。
Before I knew it, his fist was right in front of my eyes. When did he move? From the movement of air, I imagined he stepped towards me at such speed that blinking once was enough to miss the whole thing.
筋力、速度、耐久力、瞬発力、反射神経、戦闘経験、そして魔力とそれを操作する技量。すべてが劣っていたとしても、こと東京バベルにおいては、それを逆転する術がある。
レゾンデートル。
He pulled his fist away.
そう、その通り。自分がここに存在する確かな実感。
僕は
見出していないのだろう。
ああ。
Maybe somewhere in my heart I had yet to accept it, that justifying one's life could truly lead to strength.
なるさ。現に俺は力を得た。魔力などでは及びもつかない力をね。
差し支えなければ、あなたのレゾンデートルを教えてほしい。
人間よ、自身が生きる理由など、そうそうつまびらかにせぬものだ。
But Astaroth shook his head in response to Lucifuge's remark.
いや、いいさ。俺のレゾンデートルは愛憎だ。
Oh, okay. Affectionate hate?
愛情と憎悪が。
誰かを愛すると同時に憎む。殺意と慈しみは俺にとって両立しているものなのだよ。愛することも憎むこともできないものは俺にとっては何もないも同然だ。
Basically just pure contradiction. Astaroth's expression was that of indifference. It seemed while he was currently, to an extent, interested in who I was, I still wasn't important enough for him to direct his emotions at me. Should I have been happy or distressed by the fact? Oh my god! I was not expecting yet another choice here. Okay. I'm gonna be using up almost all of my save files for this. I don't know how, any more questions might threaten my well-being. I need... Damn it! I don't know! Well... Fuck it! His information might help me in finding a raison d'ere of my own.
あなたのレゾンデートルをもう少し詳しく聞かせてほしい。
Astaroth paused for a second, then nodded.
君は愛する女性はいるかね。無論男性でも構わないが。
I kind of prefer Raziel, to be honest.
いません。
I had neither.
あの人間の少女、確か久靴空見と言ったか。彼女は愛していないのかね。
Well, I mean, in the previous route, that was like one of the happiest endings.
連城を問うているのなら答えはノーです。出会って数日も経っていませんし。
君にとっては出会って1年も数日も似たようなものだろうに。
Yeah.
僕はあなたの話をお聞きしたかったのですが。
さて、愛を知らぬ人間に愛憎を説明して何になる。
I suppose he was right, but I couldn't help not knowing. Could I?
意地悪いことを言ったな。説明を続けよう。例えば誰かを愛したとする。花を贈り、指輪を贈り、抱きしめるに足る存在が現れたとする。君は彼女のすべてを受け止めるために何がしたい？
結婚？
I said the first thing that came to my mind. Astaroth shook his head.
君はそれでいいかもしれないが、俺は違う。俺は徹底的に怪我したくなる。憎悪は時に愛以上に強い感情だ。愛より憎悪を選ぶ人間を君も知っているだろう。
A mother whose child was killed choosing revenge over a loving life with her husband. A man whose family was killed choosing revenge instead of looking for a new love. Hatred, bitterness, resentment. Over half of the world's conflicts were doubtlessly grounded in these concepts, even those of national scale.
例えば愛した女が自分を愛してくれたとして、憎んでくれなければ、それは彼女のすべてを手に入れたことにはなるまい。
A philosophy befitting a demon indeed.
私はすべてが欲しかった。愛も憎悪もそのすべてを。
From these words, I could certainly tell he used to have someone like that in his life.
絶望的なまでに俺はすべてを欲しがったのだ。わがままな子供のように。
That just making me feel bad for your race on Dare.
なるほど。
愛情も憎悪もすべてを手に入れ、すべてを与える。それが俺のレゾンデートルだ。
だがそれは与えられる方にとっては迷惑千万だな。
Astaroth narrowed his eyes, and with both sorrow and joy coloring his features, he gave me a nod.
君の言う通りだな。俺の愛憎は与えられる方にとっては迷惑そのものだ。
Well, what if they were immortal and they'd be willing to put up with it? You know, I mean, it'd be terrible to think of that, but there would have to be somebody that could match up to your race on Dare. Right? Astaroth took a step back and faced Lucifuge.
ルキフグス、魔力の扱い方を教えてやれ。
Oh! I'm gonna train with Lucifuge?
よろしいので。
俺よりお前の方が教え方がうまいだろう。
かしこまりました、アスタロト様。
Huh. I've always seen you be the enemy, Lucifuge. It's gonna be different training with you. Lucifuge, looking like nothing more than Astaroth's butler, gave his master a bow and faced me. I could feel static electricity zip all throughout my body as I met his eyes.
小僧、私の名を知っているな。
ルキフムス、地獄の大宰相、アスタロトの腹心、世界の財宝を管理する悪魔で序列第41位だったか。
おお、そこまで知っているとは意外な。
He rubbed his chin, seemingly pleased.
いや、すまない。それ以外のことは何も知らない。
Lucifuge fell silent. For a moment I felt as if an ice-cold hand had traced along my back, chilling my blood. But stealing my heart, I nonetheless tried inquiring further.
ついでに尋ねたいのだが、地獄の大宰相というからには相当に高位の地位にあるはずなのに、なぜ執事？
Lucifuge started trembling all over.
アスタロト様、本気を出させてもらいます。
I fucked up. Did I accidentally anger him somehow?
死ななければ何をしても構わんぞ。
Astaroth didn't seem to be in the mood to cover for me either. I might have stepped on a landmine here.
なめるんじゃねえぞ、ボケジャリ。あちゃー！
Lucifuge lunged at me, shrieking like a mad bird. A flying kick to start the fight? He shot through the air like a bullet, launching countless consecutive kicks after I barely dodged his initial attack. I tried guarding with my hands, but the amount of speed of his kicks was such that I couldn't even possibly catch them with all just two hands. Another kick that I thought flew straight at my face had suddenly, ignoring the physical limitations of the human body, changed its trajectory and crashed into my chin.
まだまだまだ。
God damn it. If this was how he wanted it, then I had no choice but to go all out on the offensive as well, heedless of the repercussions. I tossed my sword away and threw my fists at him instead. Not unnerved in the slightest, Lucifuge danced around me, evading my attacks, and launched a kick at my chin from below in return. I managed to dodge it, but the kick still lightly grazed my chin, causing blood to trickle down my neck. Those attacks were far from what should have been possible for human anatomy, although I suppose they'd prove perfect to practice my control of magic. Utilizing air magic, Lucifuge manipulated his body as he saw fit. If I couldn't steal, take in, and mimic those techniques, I'd end up being his punching bag for the day.
来い小僧。
Lucifuge gave me a satisfied smirk and welcomed my fists. He saw a dream. Roth. Astaroth. Can you hear me? How long are you planning to sleep? Wake up already.
お前か。
Astaroth opened his eyes. The sunrise peering from beyond the clouds was almost beautiful enough to resurrect his faith in God. Almost.
ああ、朝はいつだって美しい。魔王のお前にもわかるだろ。
Astaroth made a face. He called him a demon lord as if it were nothing.
当たり前だ。俺は元よりそういう存在だ。
だがそれは今のお前じゃない。
確かにそうだが。
昔は忘れろ。いや、忘れさせた我らが言うのも違うか。ただ、過去は過去として受け止めた上で、もうわからん。とにかく、お前はお前じゃないか。
He ruffled his hair in exasperation. The boy looked barely 15, but appearances were deceptive in this realm. In reality, he was actually among the oldest of the 300 million of God's servants. Jesus. Nonetheless, his heart remained the same for over 2,000 years, that of an innocent child. In a way, you could say he never grew up. In another, that he never really needed to. As for an angel, he was already as perfect as they could be. And so he never changed, never lost his innocence and good nature.
言いたいことはわからんでもないさ。要は、イシュタルはイシュタル。俺は俺だと、そう言いたいのだろ。
まあ、そんな感じだ。
確かに。個人としての人格はほぼアスタロトと考えていいのだが、イシュタルとしての格が完全に消えたわけではないからな。
つまり、女神に変身できるのか？
どうかな。スカートでも履いてみるか。
The boy fell on the floor laughing.
似合わんぞアスタロト。お前は気取っていればそれでいいのだ。
傲慢の罪か？
だがまあ、お前は魔王だ。今さら傲慢の罪を犯したところで痛くも痒くもあるまい。
Astaroth smiled at the boy's frankness.
やれやれ。そうやって罪を押し付けるから天使は綺麗なものだな。
まあ、それは申し訳ないとは思う。我々が白を担い、お前たちに黒を担わせたことはな。だが、今さら灰色になど戻せはしない。戻してしまえば、人は何を信じていいのかわからなくなるだろう。 人は数が集まれば愚かさを加速させてしまう。罪を犯さぬよう申しつけないと罪を犯し続けてしまう。白を目指さなくなってしまう。黒の方が居心地がいいからな。
そうだな。黒は黒くなるのは楽だ。
だから我らは白を目指すのだ。我らとて人と同じ愚かしい振る舞いもしよう。それでも白を目指さなければならないのだ。
He held his head high, full of innocence. Full of innocent, honest belief that men, angels, and even demons should aim for the light. That no one should or would look for respite in the dark.
君は面白いな。
面白い？
なあ、面白すぎる。他の誰かに言われたことはないのか？
A beaming smile crept onto the boy's lips.
ないぞ。全然なかったぞ。そっか、私は面白いのか。そんなこと言ってくれたのはお前だけだ。
Astaroth once again found the boy amusing. Their relationship was a complex one. He was his brother, father, and son, and now even friend. The one matter that Astaroth was sure of, however, was that love existed between the two. The one problem was that the boy was a great angel, and Astaroth was a demon lord. Their tribes might have ceased participating in direct conflicts for the time being, but they weren't on terms that commended friendship between the different sides. Still, the angel did not mind the fact, while the demon indulged in it precisely because of its forbidden nature.
よし。それじゃあ私はそろそろ戻る。また会おうじゃないか、アスタロト。
ああ、そうしよう。またな、ミカエル。
Oh. Growing slightly bashful for having his name called, the Grand Angel waved Astaroth away with a smile. A story from Astaroth's past. It seemed he had discovered another memory he had almost forgotten. An emotion of guilt, awash with joy, filled Astaroth's breast. Did he love the boy? Did he hate the boy? Or was it both? Antinomy. That emotion shall bind him for the remainder of his life. And it was precisely because of it that he was still here. That he still tried to fight and struggle. That he decided to remain in Tokyo Babel.
生意気な人間が。
Lucifer seemed furious on the outside, but Astaroth easily saw through the old demon's facade. He was enjoying himself. While lauded as a Chancellor of Hell, Lucifer loved action as much as any other demon. Though with his raison d'etre that of concealment, he never publicly advertised the fact. Astaroth wondered what kind of raison d'etre the boy might harbor in his heart. If it was nothing of great power, then he could leave him as it was. However, if it was something that threatened the foundation of Tokyo Babel, then he'd have to fight the boy to protect it. He smiled at having contradicted himself again. He loved Tokyo Babel and the angel that had created Michael from the bottom of his heart. And so he despised them both just as much.
ここまでか。あとは鴨打ちのようなもの。傷を癒さなければどうにもなるまい。
そりゃ、どうも。
My body was a mess. Thanks to him, I indeed managed to improve my magic skills. To be more specific, I ended up improving my speed by about 40%. But both my clothes and my body ended up in shreds. I tried moving my broken right arm, and he told me to fix that by myself, too.
終わりましてございます、アスタロト様。
ああ。それでは天道刹那。さようなら。どうか君のレゾンデートルがより良いものでありますように。
ああ。感謝する。
Lucifuge opened the gym's doors and disappeared beyond them together with Astaroth. I tried fixing up my broken arm with magic instead of relying on nanomachines. Let's see. I had to bind the magic flowing in the air to that which was dormant in my body, and change its properties to water, which had a healing effect. The binding was the hardest part that I always messed up. Still, despite being utterly exhausted from the earlier fight, I somehow managed to fix my arm.
実戦で使用するには程遠いな。
I sighed and fired my nanomachines up. I felt the pain wash away as they fixed about 80% of the damage I sustained in hardly a couple of minutes. I suppose I had enough training for today. Thinking of checking on how Stormy had been progressing with her investigation, I left the gym behind.
Hmm. どうしたものか?
I thought about looking for Stormy, but she was nowhere to be found. With her not in the night duty room, there were too many classrooms in Pandora to look for one person efficiently. I tried asking around for her whereabouts, but nobody could tell me a thing. Lilith, not forgetting to mention that it was a pain in the neck, eventually consented to help me and look for her separately. Raziel, on the other hand, ignored me completely, having her attention absorbed by the new book she found in the library. With permission from Dentalian, I placed a cup full of water on her head as a small gesture of righteous revenge. The moment I started thinking I should go to I'm having a stroke. The moment I started thinking I should go to ask Cameo about permission to use the school's loudspeakers,
あれ？刹那、どうしたの？
the person in question appeared right in front of my eyes. I gave a sigh of relief and proceeded to clear my throat.
どうしたのじゃないぞ。もう授業が終わってかなりの時間が経っている。一体どこで油を売っていたんだ？
ちょっと屋上に行こうかと思って。
The roof? Stormy looked away from me awkwardly.
どうして屋上に？
バレそうになったからにいいっけ。じゃなくて、そういうメランコリー的な気分だというか。
I couldn't say her explanation made much sense, but I decided to show her the way to the roof nonetheless.
わかった。僕がお前を連れて行こう。空見は屋上に行ったことがなかっただろ？
Why the hell did you call her kiddo? A shadow of astonishment crossed Stormy's face for a split second.
あ、そうだね。ありがとう。
I clasped her hand and proceeded towards the roof. It didn't seem like she had a problem with the fact our skin touched.
刹那、空見だけど。
What? And thanks to the telepathic link with Lilith, I finally grasped the full picture of the situation. I didn't let Stormy's hand go even after we reached the roof. After a while, she tried to shake it off to no avail.
刹那、そろそろ手を離してくれると嬉しいかなって思うんだけど。
お前と僕は君を呼んだが、君はその故障に眉を一つ動かさなかった。
You're not Stormy.
そもそも手を握ったことに対して反応がないのも彼女らしくない。
Stormy would have probably had one of her chaotic fits in such an event.
参ったな。バレてた？
To be honest, I'm surprised you didn't react to Kiddo.
いや、バレてたも何も。先ほどリリスから空見が見つかったという情報が入ったから。
Ah! Hey there, Samael. How you doing? Stormy's body suddenly rippled, and in her place appeared the individual I would most suspect to pull a trick like this.
あちゃー。怪我はさせてないよ。
Well, if Lilith's with her, obviously. According to Lilith, Stormy had been sleeping in the locker. She had to rely on Cerberus's nose to find her in the end. I kinda want that image.
させてたら問答無用にぶちのめしていたさ。
She made a mocking smile.
お兄さんにできるの？
できるできないの問題じゃなく、やるさ。
I narrowed my eyes, thinking to intimidate her with my glare. Samael, with a beaming smile on her face, pulled my hand closer to herself. I unconsciously resisted, trying to pull my hand back.
はいっと。
But I couldn't feel my arm anymore. It let out a strange sound after her words. Did she just dislocate it? The next moment, the world spun around me. I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Samuel's Cheshire cat-like smile now filling the entirety of my field of vision. Blue sky as her backdrop. I was so startled I forgot how to speak for a moment.
あいき。驚いたでしょ？
No, I did not.
よりによって打天使がそんな技を使うな。
Exasperation washed all other emotions away from my mind.
私がこういう技を使ったらびっくりするかなって思ったら頑張っちゃった。
We seemed to be having a light conversation, but it didn't change the fact my life might have been in danger. if I tried to pull the Picati sword from the pocket dimension in this position, she could simply break my arm in a flash.
抵抗するつもり？やめた方がいいぜ、ベイベー。
Why did you call me that? Tisk, tisk, tisk. She waved her finger in front of my nose.
逃げたいだけだから、お兄さんが抵抗しないなら、このまま放置するよ。
Why? I had no choice but to nod to her suggestion. I rattled my brains for a while, but the only plan I could come up with was to buy time waiting for someone else to show up on the roof and help me.
分かった行け君とは東京バベルで勝負をつける
私に勝てると思っているとは不遜だな。殺すよ。
Considering you're not the real Samael, yeah. Her eyes vacant and cold like glass, I didn't doubt she could chop my head off with barely a bat of an eye.
殺せば
But she only smiled at my reply.
いいなお兄さん、気に入ったよ。強がりじゃなくて本当に殺したいなら殺せばいいって気持ちが伝わってきたよ。
She let go of my arm and then, whispering, "It might hurt a little," into my ear, fixed my shoulder back into its place. That sounded like it hurt. And it did hurt quite a bit.
メメントモリ。古びてはいるけどいい言葉だ。そう思わないかい？天使も悪魔もその辺勘違いしちゃっているんだよな。
Those are two words that I've actually heard before.
彼らが事実上不死に近い存在だからか
そう。彼らは戦場で死ぬことがあってもただ死ぬということが理解できないんだ。
君だって不死だろそそのかす毒蛇の名は伊達ではあるまい
まあ確かに私も不死身だけどね。
The fallen angel Samael. She was the one who tempted Eve into tasting the forbidden fruit and taught men about sensual pleasures, labeling them a joyous pastime rather than a sacred act. Venom and death were her servants. She was, without a doubt, one of the least trustworthy characters in the entirety of the divine lore.
ひっどいな。私は良かれと思って教えただけなのに。
She gave me a hyena-like smile and immediately jumped on me. No! With no time to react, I fell down on my back, taking a seat atop my groin. She considered me with lascivious eyes.
お兄さんにも教えてあげようか。何もかもどうなったっていいって思いたくなるような快感とか、粘膜と粘膜がすれ合う時のしびれるような気分とかさ。
No! Her delicate life trace along my chest. No!
考えてみれば最近ご無沙汰だったし、お兄さんと二人っきりって多分この先もないだろうし。
No! Mostly because you look like a little child and I don't want to immediately get arrested.
何を
Her voice seeped to voluptuousness.
エロいこと、やらしいこと、もっと直接的に言おうか。
Please don't. Just, please don't. An average man would have probably gave in right then. No, they wouldn't because it's a little... Do you see how young she looks? An average man would have probably gave in right then and there, but for a change, I had to thank fate it made me abnormal.
結構だ
私は興味あるんだよ。だってお兄さんってば神の模造品だろ。
Please don't eat me. She spilled my secret with a laugh as if it were nothing.
それを誰から聞いた
あ、リリスから？
That certainly didn't seem like an honest answer. She looked away from me
パ
after
ンド
all.
ラに協力者がいるな
いないよ。
The angel of venom and death that seduced Eve seemed to have actually been quite a terrible liar.
それよりするの？しないの？あ、責められる方が好き？責める方が好き？
No.
私どっちでも OK だから。
Please, just no.
それなら守るより攻める方が好きだが
But
そっか。それじゃあ犬みたいに。で、いやだ。何やってんのお兄さん。
何って攻めているんだアキレス腱固めで
oh my god. The most basic move as far as wrestling was concerned.
いうか責めるってそっちじゃない。
痛いだけか。ヒールホールドに移行しよう。
Please just get off. This is very uncomfortable. That's what I want to tell you. Her left knee crashed into my face and I had to let go.
痛い。
痛いのはこっちだよ。あの状況でやることといえば一つでしょ。交わったりまぐわったり合体したりするしかないでしょ。
I don't feel comfortable with that. No. I decided to tell her my honest feelings.
あいにく君は守備範囲外だ。
Thank you.
うわー、このルリっぷりを見ても何も反応ないってことは豊島か豊島好きなのか。
Oh! Wait, what? What the fuck?
まあそういう冗談はさておいて。
あ、冗談だったの。この私が手玉に取られてる。で、戦うの？殺すの？殺されるの？
君はあの状況で僕を見逃してくれたから、正直戦いたいと言えば嘘になるわ。
ほう、気が合うね。実は私もそんな感じ。気が抜けちゃった。
She gave me a cordial chuckle. When she laughed like that, I could only see her as a little girl.
数千歳とは思えんだ。
やだな、お兄さん。女性に年のことを突っ込むのはルール違反だぞ。
何のルールだ？
女子ルール。
し。
数千歳だろうが数百歳だろうが見た目がこれなら女子なのだよ。お兄さん、あれお兄さんの名前なんだっけ？
Did you really just forget my name? Did she forget it already?
天道刹那だ。さっき自分で言ってただろ。
ああ、そっか。天道刹那だよね。うん。なんかこのところ忘れっぽいんだよね。
I mean, obviously you're not the real Samael, so...
どうかか。
お兄さん、次言いやがったら歯を抜いて歯茎に焼いた五寸釘を目いっぱい差し込むよ。
That just made my mouth hurt.
すまなかった。いや、本当にすまなかった。伏してお詫びする。
I got a little bit terrified there by how Samuel's smile wasn't reflected in her eyes at all. She was already an imposing and able foe, but I felt I glimpsed another scary side of her.
まあ敵と味方に分かれてる私たちだからこういう機会はめったにないし、世間話しない？
Okay. She gave me the look of an expectant child.
わかった。世間話とやらをしてみよう。ただ。
お兄さんも？実は私も一つ問題があるんだよね。
世間話とは？
何話せばいいのかな？
Good point. Neither of us were exactly well versed on daily topics.
だからさ、好きなアニメとか好きなゲームとか好きな二次元キャラクターとかそういうのを話せばいいんじゃないかって私は思うわけよ。
とりあえず君の世間は偏ってると言わざるを得ない。
じゃあ何話せばいいのさ。
好きな兵器とか好きな政治体制についてとか人間はどうあるべきかとか将来何になりたいかとか。
Dramatically different subjects.
好きな兵器は BC 兵器、好きな政治体制は奴隷制、人間はひたすら快楽にふけるべき、将来は打天使になりたい。
最後もうなってるだろ。
あと世間話って感じの話題じゃない気がする。
Both of us fell silent for a few seconds. Eventually, I decided to ask her something of a more serious nature.
世間というわけではないが、なぜ震災を引き起こしたんだ？
本当に世間じゃないな。しかも答えにくい。
She made a troubled face.
すまないな。他に適当な話題が思いつかなかった。まず戦っている最中に問いかけるわけにもいくまい。
I mean, yeah, it'd be just kind of awkward if we're duking it out and all of a sudden we're just kind of curious about what our favorite dinner is.
確かにね。でもね、実を言うと、私はあの時のこと、さっぱり覚えちゃいないんだよ。
Probably because you're not the real Samael. She didn't remember.
まあ、悪いことやってたのは大体覚えているんだけどさ、具体的に何をどうやったか、みたいな記憶がすっぽりとこぼれ落ちてるんだよね。
いや、それはまずいんじゃないのか。
まずい？何が？だってほら、私ってば悪役だもの。別に犯行動機をいちいちくどくど説明する気もないしさ。
But if a villain explains their motivations and stuff, then they become three-dimensional villains.
そうかといって、平行世界は加速度的に崩壊し、地獄は水没、天国は閉鎖されたんだろう。あまりに被害が大きすぎる。死者も生者も、せめて君の動機を理解したいだろう。
She made a contemptuous face.
理解なんてできるはずないじゃん。死んでしまえば天使も悪魔も人間も終わり、この世界から消えてなくなる。魂は散逸し、かけらも残らない。聖者だってどう受け止めればいいの？私の動機なんて多分存在しない。あったとしてもついカッとなってやった以外の何者でもない。そう考えると面白いよね。私はちょっとムカついたので世界を滅ぼしちゃいました的な。何これ、思春期の古代妄想？
Samael ridiculed the very concept of the world. Her face, however...
サマエル。
なんだよ、やるの？私も抵抗するよ。っていうか、お兄さんなんかには絶対に負けな。
そうじゃない。あまり悲しそうな表情で言っても説得力はないと言いたかったんだ。
What?
何って
鏡でも見た方がいい。君はやっぱり嘘が苦手だ。
Hint of surprise ran along her face and her shoulders slumped forward.
まあ分かってはいるんだよ。さすがになんていうか、それじゃあんまりだろうってことはさ。
でも記憶がないか。
記憶がない。
なら君の協力者にアプローチしてみるか。
言わないよ。
She looked away from me again. I couldn't help but smile at how bad at lying she was. Well, he just kind of revealed it was a guy.
分かった。聞かないよ。
おお、助かった。さすがにそういうのをペラペラ話すのはね。
Yeah?
じゃあ知っている悪魔について、例えばリリスについて話してくれ。
ああ、そっか。お兄さんってばリリスに拾われたんだっけ？
Yep.
ああ、滅亡一歩手前の世界で拾われた。
Samael made a hyena-like smile.
ならお兄さん、リリスがリリスじゃないって知ってる？
Yep.
ああ、それなら知ってる。今の彼女は幻影ってことだろう。
なんだ、知ってたのか。つまんないの。
その上で本当のリリスはどんな存在なのか、サマエルくらいなら知っていると思ったのだが。
その前にさ、お兄さんに一つ聞いてみたいんだけど。
Sure, what's up? She considered me with narrowed eyes.
リリスは本当にお兄さんの味方なの？
Huh?
いや、その大前提を疑ってかかるとなると相当な努力が必要になるのだが、僕は。
She saved me from certain death and awarded me a new role in life. If I couldn't trust her, then who could I?
私が知っているリリスは冷酷で冷淡で冷血だった。いつでも薄ら笑いを浮かべていて、全てを見下すような感じ。天使も悪魔も人間ですらも。悪魔は人をたぶらかし堕落させるのが仕事。魂を奪って地獄に集めることが目的だからさ。結構人間のことが好きだって悪魔は多いんだよ。
Well, to be fair, angels are high and mighty and wouldn't want to waste their time with humans, so...
そりゃまあ 最終的には破滅させるけど、でもあのリリスはそうじゃなかった。なんていうか、悪魔とも天使とも枠を違えたような存在。それが私の知るリリスだよ。
それリリスか？
私が知っているリリスだよ。お兄さんの知ってる幻影のリリスってどんなの？
Considerably different.
いつでも笑っているのは確かだが、決して冷淡ではないと思う。誰かを見下したりしていることはない。もしそうならラジエルやカマエルが真を置かないはずだ。
でもそれは私が知ってるリリスじゃないね。ねえ、私が嘘をついているって思ってる？
I think I'm gonna trust you on this one.
それはないだろう。
I mean, it's obvious when you're lying, so... Her face turned into a mask of surprise for a few seconds, then she gave me a delighted look.
ねえ、どうして？
君は敵で嘘をつく可能性は高いし、信用できるかどうかと言われれば否ではあるが、それでも今のやりとりからは嘘をついているとは思えない。
Samael fell silent in thought for a few seconds, and then proceeded to clap her hands in an exclamation of understanding. Her body language was already enough of a hint to tell what was going on in her mind. I had a hard time believing her wiles would ever work on anyone.
例えばほら、これでお兄さんがリリスを信頼しなくなったらどうするの？敵である私は有利にことを運べると思わない？
一瞬思った。
一瞬？
君が自分から嘘をついているかもしれないと可能性を切り出した時点でそれはない。
It was much too hasty of her to voice that possibility in that situation. At that moment, she had just implanted the idea that the hologram Lilith I knew might be scheming something behind everyone's backs. But without giving me time to think, Samael blurted out she might be lying herself. That didn't make sense. If she wanted to trick me, she should have continued the conversation, proposing I investigate Lilith for myself. She was indeed very bad at lying.
まあその通りなんだけどさ、私の知っているリリスはあくまで冷淡だった。幻影と本体でこうも違うものかな。
あるいはどちらも幻影だったという線は。
Judging from her startled expression, that might have very well been the case. In other words, no one knew or could tell a single concrete thing about Lilith.
考えてみればあいつも不思議だね。肉体のあるホログラム、おそらく魔力が途切れない限りは真実無限に増殖するんだよね。
その割には幻影が2人いるところを見たことがないが。
それはそうだよ。テレビゲームやったことある？単純なアクションゲームでいいや。
I have played many action games.
知識はある。
主人公が仮に配管工のおじさんだったとして、おじさんは一度に1体しか出てこないでしょ？
あ
あ。
亀を踏んでバグってしまうくらいに増殖したとしても、1回のアクションに挑戦できるのはただ1体。多分そういうシステムなんでしょ？
You just described Mario.
本体が幻影を操作するのは一人が限度だと。
Samael fell into deep thought again.
そこまではリリスに聞いてみないとな。でもうかつに聞くのはよした方がいいと思うよ。
なぜ？
仮に本体が幻影を操っていないとしても、何らかの形で幻影が得た情報は本体が取得していると思う。
Or there'd be no point for her to use them.
そうだな。いずれにせよ、あらゆる情報が仮定と推測に過ぎない現状では、深く踏み込まずに周囲を固めた方がいいか。
私もそれに賛成って。あれ？ねえねえお兄さん、これって敵と味方に分かれた者がする会話なのかな？
I don't know. I don't mind having two characters having a simple conversation even if they are on opposing sides. She cocked her head, her face growing increasingly perplexed. Now that she mentioned it...
敵味方でする会話ではないな。
だよね。もう何言ってんだろ私。お兄さんといるとちょっと調子狂っちゃうな。
Did you forget my name again?
ところで、 そのお兄さんというのは。
いいじゃん。見た目はお兄さんなんだし。
中身は違う。少なくとも君の兄と言えるほどに人生経験を積んではいない。
外見重視。
中身を重んじるべき。
だって中身を重んじたらさ。
まあ君は僕のおばあさんということに。いや、なんでもないから。そのどこからともなく取り出した釘はやめてくれ。釘は本気でまずいと思うんだ。
次はないよ。
Sorry, Samuel.
まあ確かに次はないかもな。
そっか。つまんないな。もう
ダメだ。お互いに情が移るだろう。
情あるの？
I don't know. Wouldn't mind having you as a little sister, honestly.
今のところはない。
そっか。じゃあバイバイ。次に会うときはきっと敵対していて、きっと殺し合うんだろうね。
Do you pause to think for a second?
期間が空くとちょっと辛くなるかもだからさ。できればすぐに戦いたいね。
なら第二階層にでもいてくれ。それが一番手っ取り早い。
She shot a light jab at my chest.
オッケー。それじゃあ第2階層で待ち合わせね。正々堂々1対1で戦おう。
Sure.
そうだな。そうしよう。
じゃあ約束の指切り。
The ultimate of promises! I coiled my finger around hers as she wished.
指切り玄満。嘘ついたら焼けた釘千本を歯茎に打ち込む。指切った。
The fallen angel seemed to have an odd obsession with nails.
それじゃあまたね、お兄さん。
ああ、君と話せてよかったと思う。
Except for that one moment, yeah, it was pretty good.
私も。
Leaving an oddly melancholic smile behind, Samuel jumped off the roof. I didn't feel like following or investigating her any further today. For some inexplicable reason, I simply didn't feel like it anymore.
僕の役割は巡礼だ。
Yes. I was here for a single purpose, my pilgrimage. I'd of course eliminate anyone that stood in my path, but I had no reason to go out of my way to fight those that didn't mean me ill will, even if others labeled them as my enemies. Someone else could take care of them if they had a problem. And that's where I'm going to end it.
痛かった。
Well, that's gonna have to wait till next episode, Missy. Okay. This is already a weird route, to be honestly. So I wonder what else I'm gonna have. There's a lot of freaking choices right out the get-go. My God. But anyway, I wonder if I made any bad choices. I probably made every single wrong decision, and then I'm gonna get the bad end real quick. That seems to be the problem. I always end up getting the bad ending just because I follow my guts, which kind of pisses me off. But anyway, that's how I'm gonna end it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. God, that was fucking weird.